Delta continues on his path towards the direction of the Citadel City High School. Within the remaining few moments he lands in the front gate, staring dead-eyed at the school. As he opens the front gate and enters the front lot of the school, he calls out, "Caroline! Get out here! You are the only other person, aside from Noble, to realize how much I despise this place. I know that this is your base of operations. You deliberately chose this place to spite me. So if you're done having your little giggle, get out here and let's finish this." As Delta's voice echoes out throughout the sky, he spots Caroline standing on top of the school building. Caroline! Well done, Delta. It is nice to know that you safely made it here, but we aren't doing this whole one-on-one thing just yet. You see, you're on my board. I get to choose how this plays out. You have no choice but to oblige us to what I say. Now I'm going to tell you really simply. You have no choice but to fight all the remaining minions that I have here in Citadel. Well, to be more correct, the remaining minions as a whole. You're going to fight all of the remaining ones down to the last minion. Now, you don't have to fight all the minions. You could either find a way to completely stun a mass majority of them, keep the place long enough to fight me, or of course you can defeat them all. But trust me, this isn't going to be an easy job, Delta. You have no choice to do what I say. If you want to fight me, you can meet me a few miles past behind the school, and we can fight there. But until then, Delta, top time, have a fun time. Caroline, don't think that you're gonna get away. Delta activates his armor and leaps towards the top of the school building. As he gets close to the ledge, he is immediately blocked off by an uproar of minions. What? The minions pounce on Delta, dragging him back to the ground, slamming him and pinning him down. Oh, why you little? Before the minions can swing their limbs around trying to attack Delta releases an immense amount of energy, blasting all the minions off. Okay, now that was just cheap. But if it's a fight all of you want, it's a fight you're gonna get. As Delta faces the front of the exit of the school, he sees that he begins getting surrounded by a mass majority of minions. Caroline really had to go all out with these things, didn't she? Well, no matter. The end result will be the same. Blazing bravery, primal! Delta channels his flames into his hands and feet, generating claws. As the minions begin their charge, Delta begins his charge as well. Delta leaps into the air and dives down on them. As he makes direct contact with the first minion, he starts getting swarmed. Blocking and parrying each and every one of the minions' attacks, Delta continuously and consistently takes out multiple minions at once, dragging his claws out across each and every one of their faces, ripping their limbs off, and watching as each and every one of them he attacks turn to dust on impact. Delta keeps up this assault. The minions being taken out, numbers don't seem to be dropping by a little bit. As Delta continues to swing around them, they start putting more pressure on Delta, forcing him to move further and further away from the high school. These things really aren't gonna let up. Okay, well, let's see how they like this. Delta disperses his claws and starts concentrating his flames into both of his hands. Blazing bravery, Heaven's Hellhammer! Delta concentrates and solidifies his flames, carrying a massive hammer. Delta, beginning his push back towards the school, starts crushing minions with each swing of his hammer. As he swings, the hammer starts picking up multiple an immense amount of speed as Delta quickly pivots his legs and feet perfectly, increasing the amount of force and speed of each swing. The minions start sacrificing each other in order to try in an attempt to get in close to Delta. Delta not even gonna get a chance to push onward. Uses the staff of the hammer to parry each and every one of the minions' attacks. Delta sidesteps and counters each and every minion with a heavy swing. As the minions continuously swarm Delta, Delta jumps into the air, holding the end of his hammer. In the moment, Delta spreads his wings and ascends even higher. Within a few moments and seconds, Delta stops his ascent and begins diving down towards the minions, holding the end of the hammer, winding it back. The minions let out an immense roar in an attempt to block Delta's attack. Delta, releasing an immense amount of flames from his feet, blasts away any minions that try to stop him. As he lands, he slams his hammer into the ground, generating an immense shockwave, causing all the minions to get launched up into the air. Delta immediately disperses his blade and starts concentrating his flames into both of his hands yet again. Blazing bravery, superior sabers! Delta generates 2 swords while the minions are still in the air. As the minions slowly begin to descend, Delta leaps back into the air and starts slashing multiple minions, finishing off before they can land and regroup. The remaining minions that land immediately receive backup. These guys really aren't going to go down no easier now, are they? Well, it's not like I'm having any bit of trouble anyway. Delta dives downwards back towards the minions. The first minion that tries to block Delta's attacks immediately gets countered and stabbed through its chest, immediately turning to dust. As the minions begin to swarm Delta yet again, Delta aimlessly swings out his swords behind him, catching the minions off guard. In that moment, Delta disperses disperses the solid form of the blades and starts channeling the flames around his hands yet again. Blazing bravery, grand gauntlets! Delta generates gauntlets into both of his hands. Now with Delta's gauntlets, he starts striking down a minion every single second. The minions begin to start getting overwhelmed, even with their numbers constantly being refreshed. I cannot lose this. After everything I've worked for, everything that I put into this, all the training I did for the last month, I can't let it go to waste. I need to win this. So I shall. Delta starts picking up his pace with his attacks and starts taking out multiple minions within every second. The minions constantly are getting numbers are constantly getting replaced, even with failed attempts to strike down Delta, to even lay a hand on him. Each minion gets taken out within an instant. Delta continues up his pace, not allowing a single minion to get through his guard. A small group of minions start to attempt to get Delta from behind. Delta, reacting quickly thanks to his wings, blows back the minions' attempt to a surprise attack. While they're caught off guard, Delta charges in, striking down each of them, every minion, slamming all their heads into the ground. Blazing bravery, wicked wings! Delta's wings begin taking a more solidified form. As Delta turns his face and attention back towards the minions, they all let out an immense roar. And as they begin to flank Delta once again, Delta stands there awaiting their attack. As they get close in, Delta sends off his wings, piercing multiple minions at once. I haven't been doing training just for my hand-to-hand combat. As Delta retracts his wings, he begins slowly ascending into the air. Delta disperses his gauntlets and starts concentrating the flames from his gauntlets into his fingertips. I've been improving! If all of you pathetic minions think you're gonna get a one-up over me, you're dead wrong! Delta lifts both hands up into the air and points and directs them back towards the minions. Let's see how you like this. Blazing bravery, army's arrows. In the moment, quickly, Delta fires off multiple amounts of arrows from his fingertips, hitting down multiple minions at once. If you guys are just gonna constantly get your numbers replaced, then I might as well pin you down all at once and take you out in one fell swoop. Wouldn't that be the most strategic thing? As Delta unleashes rainfall of arrows onto the minions, each one of them gets pinned to the ground, unable to escape. Delta concentrates his flames into his left hand. Blazing bravery, Ares axe! Delta concentrates in an immense axe. As Delta dives down, he unleashes a simple swing of the axe and watches as all the minions get cut in half. Okay, Delta quickly lands back on the ground. Okay, that worked. Delta takes a quick knee in order to regain his breath. Okay, that worked out to a degree. All that's left now is to go after Caroline. Finish her off. No. As I am right now, I can't finish. I can't take her out. I need to recover a bit of my strength. Hey, you mysterious voice, you gonna speak up yet? Nothing. Great. I actually want to talk. He's nowhere to be heard. It shows up when it rains. It's lovely. I can tell you feel about that. Delta picks himself up. He turns his attention back to the high school. Dang, they really managed to get me pretty far away from it. So it's a good mile. Not much, but surprisingly a lot farther than I expected them to push me. As Delta looks onward past the school, he notices that another horde of minions approaching. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Whatever. Blazing bravery, superior saber. Delta concentrates his flames into his right hand, creating a singular saber. Delta begins his walk back towards the school, keeping his eye on the minions. With his back turned, out of nowhere, a minion comes from behind him and uses its axe limb to strike Delta on the back. Quickly, Delta turns around and swings his sword at the minion, cutting it in half in an instant. What the hell? How did one of those things get behind me? Let alone catch me off guard like that. No. I need to turn my attention back towards the main horde. As he turns his attention back towards the front of the school, he notices that Delta's eyes widen as he sees the minions pounce on him. Oh, crap! In an instant, Delta is pinned to the ground. Oh, great, not this again! Delta releases off an immense amount of flames across his body. The minions, not getting blasted back, pin Delta to the ground using their legs. What? They didn't get... All the minions raise their axes into the air and start swinging them on Delta. Delta defense! Delta creates a shield in front of him, parrying all the minions' axe swings. Delta manipulates the shield and wraps it around himself, creating a barrier. The minions, not being stunned from the parry, use their other limbs and start swinging on Delta at rapid speeds. You gotta be kidding me! These things are pinning me down so easily! I can't get these things off of me! Are these things that much stronger, or have I been using up too much power? Yeah, you have been using up too much of that power. As Delta blinks, he returns to the void yet again. Okay, so I've been using up too much of my power. You gonna give me any advice or give me something? Tell me anything? At this point, you're on your own, Delta. What? You gotta be kidding me.
No such thing.
time you come to talk to me, it's always been to give me some type of awakening. The first time was at the first time you didn't show up, sure. But 2 out of the 3 times you've entered my mind, I guess. You've given me some type of power-up, some type of awakening. Aren't you? Don't. If you're not gonna do anything like that, why am I here now? The first time when my brothers were killed in front of me, nothing happened. I barely remembered it. When I woke, when I was fought to Blitz, you showed up. And when I was fighting Caroline back at the festival, I woke to you immediately after gaining control over some type of unknown power. Is that power what you're gonna give me control over? No, that's something only you can control. But you'll also have to learn to control. I can't give you anything. You want me? You asked if you asked to speak to me. It doesn't happen to me instantly. Oh great, now I'm getting an attitude. Okay, smart guy, or smart whatever. If you're finally going to give me a name or ask for one, I prefer Shard. Okay, whatever. Shard. Well, can't you at least give me any advice? You seem to know more about my own powers than I do. I do, but you'll learn and get those answers with time. All I can do for now is just tell you what you need if you want to get past this and beat Caroline this time. Don't look for peace. Look into this hell Caroline's put you in and find the chaos that reigns within you. As Delta blinks, he faces the minions once again as they begin chipping away at Delta's barrier. Okay, whatever. Channel can't. What the? No, whatever. Let's. I'm gonna find chaos or whatever that means. I'm gonna have to do it now. A green glow in Delta's eyes begins to form. Before Delta can even shove off the minions, they're blown away from an unknown force, getting knocked away multiple miles away from Delta. The green shine in Delta's eyes immediately fades away as Delta's barrier cracks. These things are close to breaking it. Delta turns around and takes note of the 2 hidden figures standing before him. Who are you? Delta starts condensing his flames into his right hand. What are you? The 2 hooded figures remove their cloaks, revealing themselves. Come on, Delta. Don't you recognize us? Yeah, I mean, I know it's been a long time, but well, I guess we have grown thinking about it. It makes a little sense why you wouldn't recognize us, but not much has changed aside from us growing up a little. Wait. Is it really you guys? You have every right to be well, to wonder how the hell we are. No. This has to be some type of trick by Caroline. Come on. It's us. It's your brothers. It's Eclipse. It's Chaos. Apparently knows how to track whatever energy I'm weak, but I don't know, and most likely that doesn't know either. It's really you guys. We can understand why you're a little questioned, but both Eclipse and Chaos lift up their shirts to reveal the scars on their chest. Delta walks towards the two of them, raising his hands on their scars, getting flashbacks to the night of their deaths. How are you guys? It's a long story, yeah, we know, but as far as we're concerned, you have business to take care of, don't you, Delta? Go on, get out of here, finish what you started. We'll take care of the remaining minions here. We promise we'll give you an explanation as to how we live in time. There are things that we can't tell you right now, and we aren't allowed to tell you at all. But right now, you need to go and finish your business with Caroline. You made a promise to us, remember? That when we died, that you would avenge us. So go on. Yeah. Finish the job, Delta. Delta clenches his fist and takes a step back. I don't know if this is real or fake, but I feel like I need it. I honestly need this. Now, happiness doesn't comprehend human words, but I have to focus on avenging you guys. Right. Delta launches into the sky and blasts his way towards Caroline, behind the school building. It's hitting him a lot more than I honestly thought. He's pushing his emotions down, but in the situation we're in now, it makes sense. The minions reappear in front of Eclipse and Chaos, charging at them full force, all of them releasing off an immense screech. So, you go first, Chaos? Or do I take the lead? Hey, we haven't gotten a chance to get actual field training, so I'm going up first. You tend to overdo things. Chaos points his hands towards the minions and releases off an unknown force, causing the minions to explode from the sheer force of Chaos' attack. And it's still weird that these powers actually exist. The remainder of the horde attempt to pounce on Eclipse and Chaos. Don't worry, I got these. Eclipse releases off an unknown force of his own, causing the minions to attack each other, finishing each other off and turning into thin air. In time, we'll tell Delta everything, but he has business to take care of. He will ensure that Delta learns everything in time. For now, though, we need to hold up our end of the bargain. Well, oh, right, that. Do you really think he'll be honest with Delta and tell him everything? We don't really have much of a choice. Based on what even if what he told us wasn't everything, taking all of that in from Delta there's a chance it could break him. But we'll have to trust him for now. He'll do what's right. And we need to trust that Delta will take care of things with Caroline. So, me and you, let's go. Right. Both Eclipse and Chaos vanish within an instant. We turn our attention back towards Delta, who flies past the school in order for his attempt to meet up with Caroline. Within a few miles of behind the school, he notices Caroline standing. As Delta dives down and makes his landing, he stares down Caroline. You got here sooner than I thought you would. The only way you could have made it out of that is if you got some help. The wits is too stupid. The only Astro that lives in Citadel. You'd be surprised, Caroline. And what is that supposed to mean, Delta? It doesn't mean anything. To you, at least. But for now, you said after I get past the minions, I get to fight you. So we're settling this here and now. Delta takes his fighting stance and stares Caroline down. Well, the end doesn't... The result won't change no matter how soon you get here. We're finishing this. One way or another. Delta and Caroline stare each other down, waiting for one of them to make even the smallest step for the battle to begin. But more questions arise now, with answers yet again. How did Eclipse and Chaos get past Caroline's barrier even if they were outside Citadel when the festival happened? How long have they been alive since their deaths? Were they really even dead in the first place? How did they manage to survive? Who is he that Eclipse and Chaos were talking about? Find out in the last episode of Season 1 of Hunter History. Next time on Hunter History, the final battle begins. Delta versus Caroline. The next episode of Hunter History. Pure Chaos.